Hey everyone, and welcome. Today we're diving into something pretty huge. What happens when you plug one of the most powerful AIs, ChatGPT, directly into one of the world's go-to project management tools, Jira? And let me tell you, this is way more than just a new feature. It's a peek into a totally new way of working.
This right here, this is the big promise, isn't it? The idea that we can just automate away the boring stuff, get our processes running smoother, and actually help our teams collaborate better. We're not just talking about adding a fancy new button, we're talking about changing the whole game.
So let's just frame this right from the start. This is not some minor update. Bringing powerful AI like this into the tools we use every single day, well, it's a revolution in how projects are going to get done. I mean, we've all been there, right? You get so bogged down in the little things, manually creating every single ticket, scrolling through what feels like miles of comments to find one piece of info, just trying to get the context you need. It eats up so much time. And this is exactly where generative AI comes in. Look, it's not some far-off sci-fi concept. In this world, it's a super practical assistant. It understands all your project's data, and it can whip up really useful stuff like perfectly formatted user stories or quick summaries whenever you ask.
So really, that's the big idea. You take Jira, which is already amazing for keeping everything organized, and you pair it with the powerhouse brain of ChatGPT. It really is a dynamic duo, where each one makes the other so much better.
Okay, so you're probably wondering, how does this actually happen? How do you get these two talking to each other? Well, you might be surprised just how easy it is. Believe it or not, it's basically a 5-step process that you do right inside Jira. First, you just pop over to the Apps section. Then you search the marketplace for the ChatGPT connector. You find it, you click Connect, it'll ask you to authenticate your account, you approve the permissions, and that's it. The whole thing literally takes a couple of minutes. And this is super important, especially when we talk about security. The AI doesn't just go rogue. Before it creates or changes anything in your project, a little box will pop up asking you for permission, so you're always in the driver's seat. All right, now for the really fun part. Let's see what this looks like in a real workflow. Because, theory is great, but seeing it actually do the thing, that's where the magic is. It all kicks off with something as simple as this, a normal conversational sentence. There's no special code, no weird syntax. You just tell the AI what you want, just like you'd ask a teammate. Now check this out, because this is the really cool part. Look at how it translates that simple request. Create a ticket becomes a nice, clean title. It understands the context of For My Team and fleshes it out into a detailed description. It even creates a structured list of acceptance criteria. It's an amazing bit of translation from plain English into structured data. You give it the okay, and bam, the ticket instantly pops into existence on your board, all ready to go. Totally seamless. But here's where this demo gets really interesting. In this example, a little bug happened, and the AI actually made 2 tickets instead of 1. Now, your first reaction might be, uh-oh, the AI messed up. But just hang with me here. So yeah, here's the situation. The goal was 1 ticket. The reality was 2. And honestly, this is a great reminder that these tools aren't perfect. But what happens next is what really shows you its true power.
So instead of going in and manually deleting the duplicate, the user just gives the AI another command. They just ask for a summary of what's been done recently. Still just talking to it normally.
And this is the mind-blowing part. The AI spits out the summary table just as it was asked, but it also spots its own mistake. It flags the duplicate tickets and literally asks, hey, do you want me to clean this up for you? A potential problem just turned into a jaw-dropping demo of its own intelligence.
So when you see something like that, you have to ask, what does all this actually mean for you and your team? Let's zoom out a bit and look at the big picture benefits.
I mean, the benefits are huge. First, there's just raw speed. That whole ticket creation process takes seconds now. But it's way more than that. You're cutting down on all that manual busy work, which frees up your team's brainpower for the real, hard problems you hired them to solve. It also leads to way better documentation and just keeps everyone on the same page because the answer to any question is just a quick prompt away. Probably the best way to think about this is like having a co-pilot. It's right there with you, helping you plan your sprints, turning vague ideas into solid user stories, or giving you the 2-minute summary of a comment thread that's 100 entries long. It's a partner in your workflow. Okay, but with any powerful new tech, we gotta be smart about it. This isn't a magic wand, and there are definitely some important things you need to keep in mind. Look, the #1 rule is this: always review the AI's work. Like we saw in the demo, it's incredibly powerful, but it's not perfect.
You also have to make sure you have good governance in place so its use fits with your company's rules. And maybe most important of all, you have to keep a human in the loop. The goal is to help human judgment, not get rid of it.
So as we start to wrap this up, let's look ahead. Because what we're seeing here is so much more than just a neat plugin for Jira.
This is truly a preview of the future of how we work. Having AI deeply woven into our most important tools, that's not going away. It's here and it's going to completely change what's possible in project management and, honestly, everywhere else.
This stuff isn't 5 years away, it's happening right now. It's already changing the game for the teams that are jumping on it. So the real question isn't if it's coming, the question is for you. Are you ready to get ahead of the curve and lead the charge?